Hi, Lori Azzarella here with Reflex-OIL-ogy. I want to talk to you a little bit today about experiencing pain in the ball of your foot. A lot of times this can be from improper footwear, it can be from an accident, it can be from foot deformities, lots of nerve, tendons, muscles, bones, alignment, everything going on in the ball of foot. But I wanted to talk to you today about how we look at this with Reflex-OIL-ogy, how you can treat it for yourself, and also how it refers to your body. Let's take a look. So let's say reflexology is the foundation of wellness. So how your feet are talking to you has a lot to tell you about the rest of your body. So the metatarsals are the 5 bones in your foot, and they will attach to your toe bones. So where this joint is here, as you can see it on this little diagram, it's where that joint is usually at the ball of the foot that will cause some irritation. So if you want to use essential oils, remember to use Life Force essential oil, something that's going to be very therapeutic for yourself, not just a smell good oil. This is not limited to, I just wanted to give you a few here that is going to help relax the muscles, relax inflammation, and maybe even relax the nerves and the tendons. So basil, marjoram, peppermint is very cooling effect. Copaiba is really great for inflammation. Cypress is going to help with circulation issues. And also the wintergreen is very good for any kind of bone stress. Okay, so what I want you to do, we can work on this. Remember, the reflexes to this are going to be anywhere. We can work on the top of the foot and the bottom of the foot, and the essential oils are going to carry through all the way through. So anoint your foot. You can do it on the ball or the top of the foot, as we call the dorsal. And where this usually reflects to on our bodies is really the upper chest area, and it could be the upper back, the rhomboids, the pecs. And we're going to talk about this a little further. But all of this area is going to be extremely tight and tender and reflecting into the foot. So one of the ways, if I'm working with someone, I love this technique because it just feels really, really good. You're going to place the pads of your fingers on the dorsal surface of the foot with your thumbs behind, and your thumbs are going to give a little push to this area. And then because it will open up and separate the metatarsal bones. Then you can give a little tiny bit of a massage effort, this on-off palpation, and this will open up those tissues. This is really also very helpful for Morton's neuroma, as well as any metatarsalgia, any kind of inflammation in this area. So try that on your feet. It really feels great. Okay. Now, what we talk about this in reflection to the body, a lot of times it's the ball of our foot is going to reflect our upper chest. So if you are tight in this area, and a lot of times this is because we're working forward, we're texting, we're reading, we're going forward in our driving, if we drive a lot, or if in our sleeping in the fetal position. There's so many things. Even runners, I see a lot of times will get this from exercise because their upper body is going forward and it's not properly aligned over the hip and the pelvic area. So you may want to take a look at your posture for this. I really believe the feet a lot of times are talking to us and helping us to understand the bigger picture, the bigger picture. So you can work this on yourself as well. And also the ball of foot, besides being muscular, upper body, it also reflects into the heart area, the lung area. So maybe it's the lungs are feeling compressed, not able to get a good full breath, right? And it can affect our upper back as well. So we may feel the pain in our upper back, but that is because this posturing is pulling and tightening the muscles around our heart and around our bronchioles and our lungs, and overstretching, over rounding the upper back area. So these nerves in the upper back on this poor man here are very, very stretched, which makes the muscles really tight. Now, a lot of times as a massage therapist, what I'm going to be working at is working on the anterior chest and neck muscles to help the body reposition itself. I love to do this on myself. I bend my foot on my knee towards my chest, and this way I can anoint the ball of my foot and then grasp it so that I'm working from behind and I'm just simply working with my fingers into the ball of the foot. And this feels so wonderful. It really opens up this metatarsal area, which and then transfers and opens up my chest and my upper back area as well. It's yummy.
I just feel so good.
On-off pressure. Very helpful with that. The on-off pressure along with your essential oils. Now, in this area as well is also located the heart reflex. And it's very interesting to me, heart disease #1 in this country, because to me, the strain and the stress of the upper back and upper neck area puts a lot of strain on our heart with this convex. We're always going forward and we're squeezing and compressing our chest area. So we need to roll our shoulders back and open up that chest a little bit more. But we have here what we can see, especially on the left foot. So you're going to work the heart area, and here it is. You can see it's almost like this little bunion area as they have it as well. So that is the area that you're going to be working with. So any area in this bunion area could be related to the heart. It could be related to the chest, to the sternum, to the bronchioles, to the upper back. And so you want to work all the way, we call, into that first zone, and you'll feel it. This very first zone is where you're going to want to work. Again, using that alternating pressure, and you can assess any tightness in this area, and you can relate it to either to, a lot of times I know my family had heart disease, so I'm working this area as a preventative for myself, as well as making sure that my chest muscles are open. So anointing this area with essential oils, which are really, really helpful, are cypress for circulation. I always think of that. Ylang-ylang is a great energy balancer. Helichrysum is helpful for regulating blood flow, and lavender is very relaxing. Sage is a great oil for hormone balancing, whether female or male. And Idaho blue grand fir is a great oil for helping with the blood pressure. So all of these oils is really helpful. And you can work that again on the ball of your foot, and especially underneath that large toe. One of the things too was just remembering our posture, to open up our chest, to open up our hearts to receive God's energy, not always looking down to the earth, but looking up and opening our chest, opening our hearts to receive grace. So a good way to do this is, as you're walking around, clasp your hands behind your back and simply stretch. Because if you're always going forward and rolling forward, we need to undo and lift and pull your shoulders back and breathe in. Okay. Working your feet, rotating your feet, exercising them as well is very, very helpful. So wiggle your toes, wiggle those phalangeal joints, wiggle those metatarsals, and lift yourselves up and open your hearts to receive all the joy that life has to offer. Be blessed.